Coach, for my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in... Coach, for my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Jim. Slam. Action. Recon, 132 fighter. Smooth. Mike 20. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Check 13. Hey! Keep going, boys, moving. Bravo.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. Mike 20. Go. I'm coming after you. There we go, Mike 20. Rock it. All day.
Out of the gun now on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own. Yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Go. Ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ready. Get it.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. Now back to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
22 jet bombers. Hey, Echo. Yo, go. There we go, Mike 20. Hey, Zoo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
36. Pull it high. Hey, Orvin. Mike 20. Hey. Hey, wahoo.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's Elliott, complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They come out here in the I.
Blue draw Corcoran. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Oh, here we go. Oh, hold. Now.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
So a very short kick, and this will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Geis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
18 Gator. Look at me. Zipper. Mike, 55. Get it. 55.
On first down, this is Geis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Break. 55. Hey, tight. Kill. Topper. Come. Let's go.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, high 7. Now.
2nd and 9 now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check three. No.
2nd and 11. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Elliott. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
On the set. Check out Humphrey. Shit.
On 3rd down, Elliott. Well, he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 20. I smell fear now.
They'll run it with Elliott. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Check that. Yep, X3 snap.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or feet or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Running with Elliott. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator. Watch QB drop. Yes.
This is Geis. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A huge play there on the screen pass. 52 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready, set. You don't know no better. Hey, watch it, watch it. Watch the safety creep. Check Mike, man, not. I got wide. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check Mike, man, not. Ready.
Here's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive, as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
You ain't doing nothing today. Why? Go. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Here we go. You draw Corkers. Bravo. Sponge. No. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. In the face. Hey. Mike 39. Check Mike. Get it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go. Check 4. Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Delta. Hit it.
Looking to throw. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Geis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready. Pilot, 64, weak. Mike, 54. Here we go, D. Here I come. Kill.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Check.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about... We're seeing from the safeties. They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Protein spill. Hey, echo. 54 is Mike. Go.
Back to throw. Looking deep downfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Under 10, under 10, 10. He's crashing. He's checking. Hey, wahoo, get it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You draw Porter. Mike 20. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 20, Mike 20. Are you getting the headache? Are you getting the headache? Let's go.
2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Back. Greystone, travel. Check Mike, 39. Blue Dan. 5. Go. 5.
2nd and 13. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try and get it with Geis. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
Ready.
3rd down.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Slam. Check 3.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 70 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
56, right there, 56. Man, I got you. Check.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. As his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Now! Motion. Hey, Alpha. Ready?
Back to throw here. He gets it in the hands of Geis. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Smooth. 26 Mike. Get your swerve on.
Yep. 2.
He'll drop to throw. Able to find his running back, Geis. A Redskin first down to pick up 15 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
General West. Hey, exit.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Get it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now a run with Geis, and he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Out of the gun, Geis. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Josh Jones in on the stop. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go.
Here's Geis. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Geis. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Crunch. 54.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
54.
Christian Travis.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Switch. Check nickel. He's checking.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis.
I got you, boy.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Get him, boy.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Kill, kill, kill. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, 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 hey. Hurry, hurry.
36, 36.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Go. Check 26, check 26.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
Right there, 54, right?
Now.
54, Mike. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Check, 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 check.
Check 37, check 37.
Get it.
Now a first throw here in overtime. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive.
Hey, echo. Yep.
Back to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready.
26 Mike. Here we go, here we go. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come. Watch safety creep.
80 weapons.
Safety's creeping.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They'll drop the throw, looking for the end zone. And this is caught. It's a touchdown in overtime, and they are marching on to the playoffs. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to